Yankees have always done well in the previous 3 years of Hope Week, and they're in the middle of Hope Week right now. And we are joined up in a booth by our colleague Meredith Morakovitz. You know everybody else. The good-looking one is Meredith, and then there's us. Meredith, today was a really lovely thing that the Yankees, I mean, each day in Hope Week is so great, but tell us about what happened today.
It was fantastic. Day number 4 every day. I'm wondering how are they going to make it better than the next, but this one was really another fantastic event. We visited GlamourGals, who were visiting the nursing home at East Haven here in the Bronx, and
Konerko lines one into left center, up against the wall. Granderson will get it in, so a leadoff double for Konerko.
And Rachel Doyle, who was just a sophomore when she lost her grandmother, decided to create this GlamourGals, and over time, it's just kind of grown by leaps and bounds. It started off with just her. They now have 1,300 volunteers, as many as 62 chapters in 13 states, and they go there and they give the elderly manicures. They also spend time with them. They provide companionship, and these people really look forward to the GlamourGals showing up and providing some entertainment. As you see, Nick Swisher singing there, and I had the chance to talk with a lot of the people there, and they just talked about how much they enjoyed the presence of the GlamourGals and what it meant for them, and having the Yankees there. Some of the ladies that were there were big-time Yankees fans. I have to tell you, they were flirting a little bit with the players.
Really?
They were.
Good for them.
They really enjoyed themselves. They were giving hugs. They had a good time, and I sat with a group of guys, so I have to say hello to Ed, Eddie, Frank, and Lou, and Ed told me that he caught a Mickey Mantle ball, but he gave it to somebody, and he doesn't know where he put it anymore.
Now that was a mistake.
But as you saw in that video, Nick Swisher was there. He actually did a manicure. David Robertson was there along with his wife, Erin. And Robertson was giving a manicure, and his hands were shaking. And I said, are you nervous? What's more nerve-wracking, this or the 8th inning? And he said, this by far. Do you see this brush? It's so little. How am I supposed to do this? But they were getting involved, and it ended with a cake. And Rachel Doyle was able to come here to the stadium, and the rest of the GlamourGals were able to come here to the stadium for the game tonight. She threw out the first pitch.
That one is looped into right field. It's going to be a base hit. Konerko had to hold up to see if it fell in as he moves to third, so a base hit for Rios. Here is Rachel before the game. There she is on the left, and she received a proclamation from President Barack Obama. And then Nick Swisher and David Robertson and Brett Gardner came out. She threw out the first pitch. And as I was reading up on this, Meredith, the thing that struck me is that one of the people in the nursing home said, the GlamourGals come in more than actually my son does. And, you know, when you're in a nursing home, you miss the human contact and the conversation. And what these young ladies do, it's just a beautiful thing, and I'm glad that they were able to be recognized by the Yankees and the players.
That's one of the things, the elderly are a segment of the population that are oftentimes forgotten. A lot of them are in nursing homes, whether they have families or not. They're not visited as much as maybe that individual would like. So it's some human contact. It's establishing them as still being a productive member of society, as people still wanting them there. And that's as important as the manicures. It's not just about the beauty aspect of things. It's spending time with people and sharing stories. And I spoke with several of the volunteers, and they said, you know, this isn't a one-sided thing. We get as much out of them as they get out of us. We listen to their stories, we learn from them, and we grow from them.
A.J. Przinsky at the plate, an 0-1 count. First and third, nobody out. And that's line foul. Sometimes in this country, and in other countries it's not like this, we ignore the elderly, and the elderly could teach us so much if we just listen. And that's why this it's good for both sides, the women that work on GlamourGals and the elderly as well.
And it was interesting, Nick Swisher was talking to one lady in particular, Selma. She's 100 years old, and Selma was talking to Nick Swisher, telling her how much she enjoyed him doing her nails, and thank you so much for coming. She never thought she'd have the opportunity to meet a New York Yankee, and that was really the sentiment around everybody at the nursing home. Just the unbelievable thought that the Yankees would take time out of their schedule to come and visit them and do something so silly as give manicures, which I'm sure they don't do on a daily basis.
Here's the 0-2. I can't imagine a 100-year-old keeping up with Nick. I mean, did Nick call the woman bro or something like that?
No, he gave her a hug. It was unbelievable to see, and there's probably no better person. He has a tremendous amount of energy, and you know, he kind of lights up a room on his own, and it was infectious. It was really contagious. His smile, you saw everyone he was talking to smile, and there was another lady that I overheard him talking to who said she wasn't in this country for her entire life. life, but she knew the Yankees before she ever came to this country, and she wasn't sure exactly what they did or what they were about. It wasn't until she came here she realized, hey, they're a baseball team, and she's been rooting for them ever since. She lives in the Bronx.
And
obviously.
they watch these games religiously every
they
night.
Really do.
Big part of their lives.
Baseball is company for elderly people because it's there every single day, and it's a 6-7 month proposition. So we hope they are listening tonight, and congratulations to the Glamour Girls and for being part of Hope Week as well.